Art Garcia, and today we'll be covering how to search for empirical research through the Cerritos College Library. On the screen, I currently have the college homepage. In order to access the college library, I'm going to select Quick Links on the right-hand corner and then click Library Links. Your selection will take you to the library homepage. Once there, select the Research Databases tab. Once in the database page, select Databases by Subject. Then you'll scroll to find your preferred subject, which in my case is psychology. And this will take you to a list of research databases. Now, each database generally has different articles, but my favorite go-to databases have historically been PsycArticles, ScienceDirect, and PubMed. Now, for this tutorial, I'm going to select PsycArticles to demonstrate how to search for studies. Upon selecting the option, you may be asked for your college credentials. It'll be important to log in, so that way you're able to access more studies. Now, there are different methods for approaching your search for articles. In cases where you have only a broad idea of what you would like to study, it might be wise to begin with keywords. Now, for example, if I'm interested in finding research on exposure to methylphenidate, which is the active ingredient in Ritalin, and how it might impact children, I may begin my search with, childhood and, let's say, methylphenidate. Now, once the results emerge, I'm going to place limits on my search. But what I immediately notice is that my search results list is actually quite small. And so in order to broaden my search, I'm going to use a Boolean operator to generate a longer list of studies. Because I'd like to include words like child, children, and childhood, I'm going to place an asterisk after child in order to do so. So I'll do it just like that, and then click search again. And now what I realize is that I have broadened my search. I now have 73 articles available to me, but that's still a bit too much. So I am going to look at only studies within the last 20 years. And I'm going to place that limit, and that condenses my search results down to 18 articles, which is way more manageable. Now, just a note on search results. Be sure to pay special attention to Boolean operators, including those within drop-down menus. Switching an "and" to an "or" will give you a very different list of articles, and in some cases, too many. I'll demonstrate that here. So we go from 18 to over 16,000. And the reality is you don't want to read 16,000 articles, nor do you want to read 16,000 titles. So be sure to use the correct Boolean operator. So that way you get exactly what you want. Now, once you do have a manageable list of studies, be sure to read the list of titles. In research, titles are typically descriptive of studies. When you have a list of relevant titles, you can then go on and read the abstracts to further reduce the list of studies you may want to read completely. Now, remember that there are generally 3 types of research reports. Some reports are literature reviews, such as meta-analyses. Others are reports that discuss or establish theories, and others are original empirical studies. Now, unlike the first two, an empirical study will ask a research question, establish a prediction, and then test that prediction, through experimental or quasi-experimental methods. If you'd like to quickly find out whether a research report is in fact an empirical study, you'll want to preview the study and find the method, results, and discussion sections within the study. So let me go ahead and select a study here. And I'm going to actually scroll down to read some of this study. And we're going to look specifically for the method section. So materials and methods. So there is the first section. A telltale sign that this is in fact an empirical study is that it's using actual subjects within its research report. And here we see that they are using male rats. Right? All of this is part of the method. The next major section is the results section. And this is where the authors will present the outcome of the study, both a narrative and statistical figures. And again, all these subheadings are part of the results section. And then finally, there is the discussion section. And in the discussion section is where the authors will discuss whether or not their hypothesis was supported or whether additional research is necessary. And it'll also discuss how the outcome of the article or the experiment ties into the kind of grander picture of the literature. And so again, this is kind of the quick and dirty way to find out whether or not you are in fact reading an empirical study. So if you're searching for empirical studies for a paper, be sure to always follow these steps. It'll save you a lot of time and help you avoid a great deal of unnecessary frustration. If you have any suggestions on how I can make this video better or more informative, please feel free to send me a comment. Again, this is Art Garcia wishing you good fortune on your search for research studies.